All right, there we are. Wait. I stand corrected. I told Mike before the show would start that we wouldn't have his name on there, so he was on his own with, with everybody was going to be on their own figuring out who's Mike, who's Joe. But yeah, apparently, apparently this must be the setup that I need to have your name on there and have that scroll going back and forth tonight. So,
Okay, cool.
but anyways, welcome in, Joe and Mike here with you on this Monday night, and not only are we gonna entertain you with some stories and some thoughts on them and stuff like that and all that. We're also kind of watching. We're also kind of side casting Michigan and UConn. And I say kind of because we're gonna be like missing shit left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna be missing shit left and right like the late 1990 New York Knicks.
Oh, dang.
I mean, those late 90s Knicks that got to the finals.
Yeah, they can do anything.
They went on defense and beating the crap out of you, but they couldn't hit water from a boat.
Nope.
But then again, neither could half the league because everything was about defense. But right now it's 11-10 UConn. UConn's on the break and a foul there. So they hit the 12-minute timeout there. Michigan up 11-10 here. I'm on UConn tonight.
Okay.
For the exact same reason I gave SJ yesterday with UCLA um, over
Carolina.
South Carolina last night. Fuck the points. I'm taking the money line.
Okay.
Now, granted, UCLA money line was about 130.
Right.
UConn tonight, I got it at plus 245. Plus a 30% boost. So I got it at plus 320.
Good reason to take them.
And I also know that SJ also, well, I'm her enabler. Just don't tell the people again.
Won't tell them.
She wanted the points, but not the point spread. She wanted the points, but not the money line. So I'm going app to app, and she's like, well, I want 7.5. You're only getting 6.5, damn it.
Yeah.
I said the line's 6.5. And I'm like, wait, I see a 7. But she goes, well, search around for 7.5. I'm like, okay. Then she goes, yes, sir. I was like, ooh, I like how you call me sir. But yeah, so she's on the point spread. She's on an alt point spread of UConn. I am on the money line. Now, mind you, yesterday I had a pretty good day. Now, granted, I didn't get all three, and thankfully I didn't decide to put a parlay on these 3 games. Now, what I had was yesterday, I had UCLA money line. I had the Rockies money line because of Chinese Taipei Walker.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
And I had the Flyers to win by a goal and a half. Now, I could have just gone Flyers money line at minus 140, minus 150, whatever it was.
You could have.
But I don't play money lines that are minus if it's beyond 110 or 115. And by the way, here's your update at the half. So they're in range.
Yeah, they are.
So I just, I was like, I want to get some extra money off of this. So I ended up with, now mind you, I put that in at 3 o'clock in the morning because I was like, you know what? I'm going to forget the Flyers game or Flyers are playing.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm looking like Corky from Life Goes On, or Arnie Grape from Who's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh.
I don't know who you are, but you can come to my party too. Or I can't think of any more Arnie quotes. But Gilbert. I don't know. I know I'm not doing the impression right.
It's all right.
But either way, so I wanted to make sure I got it in, and that's what she wanted.
You and I think way too much alike.
So, so I ended up placing a wager at 3 o'clock in the morning before I went to bed, or finally put my head to the pillow. And and then the other two bets were, oh, let me put this in real quick. So I went 2 out of 3. I meatloafed it.
There you go.
But I think I ended up like this much ahead
Hmm.
because I think I had 2 units on the Flyers.
Hmm.
It was either 20 or 25 I put on the Flyers.
Okay.
Because, Gritty has never seen the Flyers play a playoff game in Philadelphia.
You know that's right.
Now, he was in existence in 2020 until COVID hit.
Yeah.
And he tried to make it to Toronto, but they wouldn't let him in. Because, now, do you test? But I could see how that is, because you'd have to test Gritty.
Yeah.
You'd have to test the person that plays Gritty.
Yep.
You'd have to test the Secret Service.
Right.
So, but yeah, so they did. There you go. UConn takes the lead by 3. But, Gritty has not seen playoff hockey in person.
That's true.
And oh, by the way, if the season were to end today, who are they going to be playing? The Schittsburg Pigeons. Now, I'm going to go on record here. Even though my Philly sports fandom, my Flyers fandom, and all that, I told Mike this earlier. I think Mike was giving me shit for this. Were you?
Probably.
Wait, we got breaking news. That LA Toronto same game parlay.
Yeah.
We are going to hit.
Whoa.
Shohei hit a homer.
Cha-ching.
Freddie got fingered. Freeman hit a homer.
Right.
And.
Whoa.
You're welcome. I gave that to absolutely no one. So. But. Yeah, we're looking right now that it's going to be the Flyers and the Penguins, just like old times.
Yep.
And Mike's giving me shit with my pick, but I'll give it right now if this is the first round matchup. And, all you people, all you Flyers fans in Delco who wear your jorts religiously to the Flyers games, even in the dead of fucking winter, after a 24-inch snowfall, because you want to show off how pasty white your legs are and try to distract the other team because, hey, look at me. And by the way, tomorrow night I'm going to have a story about Monsignor Bonner from 1999 that came up a couple days ago. I found it on X, and it ended up in the Daily News. I actually saw it on. I actually got it on the Inquirer website, and we'll show the video and I'm sure once I show the video, and Mike will be watching from home tomorrow because I only let him over here one night a week.
Yeah.
Now I might have to let him over here a second night, even though it won't be a streaming night because we still have that trip to parks coming up.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, he has a casino named after him. That motherfucker. But he said, well, I'm going to fuck with Joe. We're not going to spell it Parks. He wanted to spell it Parxxx and have a strip club in there too. But Bucks County did not approve it.
Make it rain.
So, actually, I can make it rain if I wanted to.
What the?
Now, some machines over at parks, they do spit coins,
Mm-hmm.
and some do not. Now, I can do this without giving a stripper a concussion because I have a voucher here for 30 cents.
Okay.
12 cents.
Right. Okay.
And 10 cents.
That's funny.
Now, if I had a kinky 52 penny pickup with the chick, you know, she might end up getting hit with like 30 of them.
Right.
But knowing my luck, she's probably blonde. It'll actually help her IQ. But, you know, with this, I could just go like this and make it rain.
You could. Okay. And I heard her. Okay.
So, but yeah, you know, we're going to be up there in a couple of weeks because, you know, we didn't do it in March for whatever reason. You know, it wasn't snow. I know that.
No, it's not.
Because it hasn't snowed in 2 months.
No.
And we're not going to get any more snow the rest of the year.
No.
Even though it's going to be ice fucking cold this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to call out the New York Mets later as well, because we're going to talk about the situation in North Carolina. We're going to talk about the Mets, because Juan Soto got injured, poor thing. Tiger Woods is on the minds of those at the Masters this week. A tradition unlike any other. No, it isn't the azaleas or anything like that. It's Tiger crashing his fucking car. Whoops. More like.
Yeah, that's the one. That was the one.
No, what happened is I had the crash there, or I have the Howard Dean screen. That's what this is. It's Howard Dean. Let me just do this first. Turn the volume up a little bit more. See, I have the Howard Dean thing here. That's Howard Dean back when he was running for president. He says, we're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. Yeah!
He sure did. Yes, he did.
And then he fell. He fell from grace quicker than Gary Hart.
Yeah.
That's probably the only. I would say the former flyer Carter Hart, but he's back in hockey. You know? Yeah. But yeah, so we'll talk about what they're thinking about Tiger and all that, and if somebody wants to slip something in, just use a little lube. Because just remember, I'm exit only.
Yes, folks, that's my best friend. Yes, yes.
Yeah, the when I got my colonoscopy a couple years ago, the doctor, whoever it was, wasn't thrilled with the tattoo on my ass that said exit only and do not enter.
I don't think he would be happy with that. Yeah.
For the record, I do not have any tattoos. but I am hitting at least one parlay tonight, so I should be close to even with my baseball wagers.
Oh, cool.
Because just like fuck it. I only got 1 out of 3 in DC. The one guy got taken out of the game, but he got a base hit before he got pulled for a pinch hitter.
Okay, so
It's just that the 2 Captain Obvious ones I was looking for didn't get a hit. So I didn't get anything there.
right.
I don't even know where my sheet went. Kansas City and Cleveland. I got 2 out of 3, but I didn't get the third. Like I told SJ, I was joking around. I said, "Yeah, I got 2. I got 2 out of 3 already." And this was like at 6:45 because the game started at 6.
Mm-hmm.
I said, joking around. I said that, yeah, I'm glad I only bet $1 on here because I fucked up. Watch Jose Ramirez not get a hit. Well, he didn't.
Called it.
But by the way, Dodgers are up 13-1. Where's the other ones I have here? Both my Detroit guys did not get a hit yet. I'm 0 for 2 there. But I did have Byron Buxton. He got a base hit.
Oh, cool.
And hopefully in the next 10 minutes I hit the Colorado one. But okay. So let's get to it here. First thoughts when you heard that Michael Malone is going to be hired by North Carolina. Wait. I know what you're saying.
Who the fuck is that guy?
All right, we know who Michael Malone is.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Because you were stalling there.
Right.
So
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah. I understand. I was like, what? That was my first thought.
Yeah. And you know what? I think in this age of NIL, I mean, maybe this is the case with some of the bigger schools. Maybe we see some of the pro coaches going to college.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, that was my initial thought once I was like, huh. But of course, because we think too much alike, we both thought of the same guy who was going to be taking over in North Carolina.
Yes, we do.
And that name is?
Donovan.
The musical guy?
Billy Donovan.
Donovan McNabb?
Yeah, no, oh, no, not that.
Well, Donovan McNabb did play in a Final Four. Well, he was on a Final Four team.
Well, that's right, he sure did.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Actually, since we're talking about Final Four here, I don't know who the second guy is. I didn't really research it, but I saw it today. You might have seen this on my Insta stories. I think it was on my Insta stories today. I shared it.
Okay.
A former Philly played in a Final Four.
You know what? I saw something. I don't remember who it was.
He's known for playing for other teams.
That could be. Not Juan Pierre.
No. He did play in at least one World Series, I believe.
Burl?
No.
Not words. The Stars play now.
He played in 2 World Series.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not Cole.
Mm-mm. You're thinking too much of a superstar player.
Yeah. Dellinger.
He only played 1 year with the Phillies.
Okay. All right. Who was it?
Kenny Lofton.
Oh, Dad, Cleveland guy. He did play for us 1 year. Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that.
Oh.
What's that?
Just to let you know, our friend SJ liked this Insta story from about an hour ago. Well, I shared it last night.
Uh-huh.
And it was fitting because it was Easter. And hopefully you guys will hear the sound, because if not, it beats the fun out of it. But here you go.
Oh my gosh! Jesus Christ!
And it breaks my heart.
Unintentional, but with Arizona in the Final Four, here's your reminder of Kenny Loggins.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm all right. Kenny Lofton is one of just 2 players in history to playing both in a Final Four and a World Series.
All right, Kenny.
Now, I did find out who the second person was.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Now, if this name rings a bell, I'm going to call bullshit on it.
Okay.
The other player, he played for NC State in 1974, and he pitched for the Orioles in 1979. And unlike Kenny Lofton, he won a World Series with Baltimore in '83 against
Phillies.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Eddie Murray?
no. I'm not making a guess this.
Okay.
Tim Stoddard, a pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles. And I know what Mike's thinking. I know what he's thinking.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He was a 6'7" East Chicago forward, played perhaps on the greatest team in Indiana high school basketball history. They were undefeated 1 year, 31-1, blah, 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 blah. Played on the 74 NC State team that won the national championship.
Wow.
And won the World Series.
Stoddard, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all never look at that one.
That's why I purposely didn't make you do that one. I figured that you saw the other one, and ironically enough, because somebody like my Jesus Christ skidding across the water thing, it led to getting involved, and there's the answer.
Wow. Okay.
So Michael Malone takes over. We were all leaning to Billy Donovan before today's news out of Chicago, because Arturas Karnisovas.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And GM Mark Eversley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Were canned today.
Yeah, that's true.
And since they're not making the playoffs, they really don't have anything to do between now and May or June.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure if Billy Donovan comes back, he can actually coach. I mean, he can actually do whatever he needs to do for the draft. But he's, but since they're not needed anymore, bye-bye.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of like firing the GM of the baseball team with like a week left in the season,
I never understood that.
because it's like, well, you don't have anything really to do until November.
Yeah.
I mean, the assistant GM or whoever can do what he has to do. Well, that was when the GM actually did the contracts. Now it's the assistant to the assistant to the assistant.
To the
Yeah, the
assistant.
Dwight Schrute guy.
Yeah.
No, Dave Dombrowski. But so we're in. And I was thinking that, and I thought I saw something online about it too, because there was a rumor that North Carolina was going to go after him, which made sense because if he wants to coach in college, that's a blue blood that you want to go to,
That's
even
true.
though they haven't won since 2017. That was the year after they lost to Villanova.
Yeah.
They defeated Gonzaga that year, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they were trying to go back to back, but Nova said, not today, my friend.
No, 16 was the
Oh,
Villanova.
16 and 18, that's right. You're right.
18 was against Michigan.
Wait a minute. Nova won that in what? 16, right?
They beat Carolina in 16,
Right.
and they beat Michigan in 18.
That's right. Carolina 16.
Because 2018 was the first team to win all 6 games by 10 or more points.
And they did have their ESPN today. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
So, so they're hiring Michael Malone, and he's an NBA champion with the Nuggets. But how's he going to deal with having to recruit? How's he going to do this and all that? I mean, now granted, the assistant coaches can do the same things too if they wanted to, but he's one of the most respected tacticians in the NBA and has spent the past 10 plus months as an ESPN analyst. Yeah, that's where coaches go to
It seemed like it.
rehabilitate themselves, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, in Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant, they rehabilitate on the Group W bench. And some people are like,
Bruh.
they're like, what the hell are you talking about? But so they were looking for a coach for over 2 weeks since they were firing Hubert Davis. So they were searching for a head coach almost as they were searching for Savannah Guthrie's mother in Arizona.
I'm surprised they didn't stay in house. I know. I'm surprised they didn't stay in house though.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see here. Let me pull up some information on Mike Malone and get a new tab up because I want to save that tab here for a second. Let me see here. He went to Loyola University of Maryland. He played for the Greyhounds from 89 to 93.
Okay.
107 games, 39 as a point guard. Started 39 as a point guard. Pretty much nondescript career, but But I guess sometimes it's good to get away from the family. Going for, I mean, kind of like the way the Flyers have been for all these years, but they kind of went back to it this year, and it's the last couple of years it's actually worked a little bit this year, and that's
a little bit.
And that's getting the best Flyer alum for the job, and not necessarily the best person for the job.
That's true.
But but sometimes you need to do that. Now, will it get asses in seats if people were not going to games? Oh. Oh, we got a guy who won the NBA title. Yeah, that's nice, but we don't play NBA ball here.
Kind of like what North Carolina did with their college football team.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
But now, did we confirm that his girlfriend got free education?
It was a rumor, but hasn't been confirmed.
So now he was never a head coach in college, but he was an assistant coach in Manhattan, at Manhattan in 2001. He was also an assistant in Providence from 95 to 98 in Oakland in the 94-95 season. Not Oakland, California, but Oakland, the school in Michigan.
Okay, Oakland, Michigan, right.
But so the reputation as a coach is high in NBA circles, and having the respect of UNC legends Michael Jordan and Roy Williams played a role in the hire.
Gotcha.
So, but he won 471 games with Denver in 10 years. He also had 2 seasons with the Sacramento Kings. He didn't do that well there, but
Right.
some of the coaches that were involved here that were linked to the job: Dusty May of Michigan, Tommy Lloyd of Arizona, and Iowa State's T.J. Otzelberger. But after all 3 publicly committed at staying at their current schools, the Tar Heels turned them alone. But and Hubert Davis kind of got Kaplered. And if you ever want to know what Kaplering is, that is when you let somebody hang for a couple of weeks and then fire them. Now, granted, it was only 5 days, but
still,
I will say, maybe the school's on spring break, so they're not back on campus till that Monday or even that Tuesday. So, well, let's make a decision on this and blah blah blah. So as a result, we could say that he got Kapler because he got fired like 5 days later.
Yeah.
But miss it. Damn. Thought I'd try. But the all transfer starting 5. Let's see, we had the Fab 5.
What happened?
I had no idea.
Okay, there you go.
I looked away and you disappeared and came back. We had the Fab 5. And now if it was PC, we can call them the Trainee 5. Oh wait, we can't say that, can we?
No, we can't. No.
Damn. But so Hubert Davis lost in the first round for the 2nd straight year. And North Carolina still thinks that they can win a championship every year.
Yeah, they do.
They got to the championship in their first season under Davis, losing to Kansas. I think North Carolina was a 8 or 9 seed that year. But he failed to advance to Sweet 16 each of his past 4 seasons. Roy Williams was the coach in 2017, but I don't know. But if they held off, they probably could have gone to Chicago and said, "Hey, can we talk to Billy Donovan?"
Yeah, they could have.
Probably could have, because guess what? He's probably going to be out of a job.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Now, according to what was said here, and I throw it here, but I shouldn't have, because I have one more thought on Billy Donovan here. And by the way, Michigan's up 4 because I guess there was a flagrant foul there or something.
Yeah.
The Bulls also remain high on Coach Billy Donovan. What are they smoking? Now, he's been with the team since April 2020. We'll have a meeting with him after the season to see how they can retain him. So he might be contract completed. So he may not even get fired. He may just be, all right, well, we're not going to give you a new contract, so get out. So.
I would love to see him back in the college ranks because he was very successful with
Mhm.
Florida. Very successful.
Mhm. And he was young enough where, if he wanted to make that move, he could.
Yeah.
Whereas you get to a certain age, even though Tom Izzo, I think Tom Izzo said the Phoenix Suns were looking at him last year, last offseason. Let me just see something here.
I know he said something about he's not going anywhere.
Okay, this was on the Dan Patrick show sometime in the last week.
Okay.
This is the AI overview on Google. I Googled Tom Izzo Suns. Izzo revealed on the Dan Patrick show that he talked seriously with the Phoenix Suns owner Matt Ishbia about becoming their head coach last year. Despite the temptation, the Hall of Fame coach opted to return to Michigan State for his 31st season, citing his drive to keep coaching college. Now, that would have been an interesting move if he had gone there because he is 71 years old.
Yeah.
So, but he's at the point now where it's like the only place I'm moving is the nursing home. 71 years old and all.
He's a good coach, though.
Yeah, he is. But I just think it's all whatever. But and by the way, C.J. Abrams did get a home run in the 8th inning. Herrera did not get a hit, so that same game parlay is over as Washington comes from behind, down 6-3 in the bottom of the 8th. They score 6 to win 9-6.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Washington.
Mhm.
Nets.
And Hunter Goodman has not got me a hit yet today.
He's working on
Fucking bum.
it.
But at least I have my home run parlay to hit. Probably. Wait, did I boost that? I think I boosted that as well. This is what happens when you're ADD like I am and you do everything else on top of it. Matt Vierling did get a base hit.
Oh, cool.
But I'm still waiting on Riley Green to get a hit. So I'm 2 out of 3 there.
Okay.
But now here's the thing. I need to look now because, I don't even know where. I have an update from SJ.
Well, what's that?
These refs are so terrible. Hold on. Did I do it on here? Oh yeah, it was a $5 wager, and I had a 30% profit boost.
Okay.
And it was a $5 wager that is bringing home $79.75.
Whoa. Okay. Nice.
So I boosted that Well, let me go back over here. Did I close that now? Shohei to hit a home run was something. Doesn't say on here. Hold on. It doesn't tell me what it is right now, but and by the way, I should have said wow to that parlay that's going to hit. That parlay, I'm just waiting to go official because it's 14-1 the bottom of the eighth.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like when I was in Vegas a couple years ago. Actually, I think it was pre-pandemic. I hit a 14 parlay,
Mhm.
and the final two legs of the parlay I was waiting on. The final two legs, I was giving like 5 or 6.
Right.
One team's up 40, the other's up 25. I'm like, come on, just give me my fucking money. But 33-29 at the half. Michigan may not get to 90 points here
Nope.
because they scored 90 points each of the first 5 games. And Dusty May on that shot looks like he saw boobs for the very, very first time this life. Yeah, he got away with one there.
Who's that? UConn guy?
That should have been a foul.
They should have offensive foul.
Well,
This is basketball, not football.
block or charge, no matter what, you know, either way, what side of it you're on,
Yeah, I think that was a charge.
somebody did something,
Yeah. They didn't call it.
and we're not going to argue that. And there we go again with the Tracy Wilson interview. Apparently, there was she had a thing on Instagram where she posted additional pictures because it's been like 3 years in a row now.
Right.
Taco Fall, the kid from Michigan this year, the kid from Florida. They're all like 7'3" to 7'9",
Right.
and she's like barely 5 foot. It's like I can hear her what her first question really wants to be, but it isn't because she's a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how's the weather up there? But so I'm going to get to our baseball story here tonight, which is actually 2 stories in one because, you know, it leads to the other one that we're going to give our well, we'll wait for it.
Okay.
Juan Soto hurt his calf.
Oh.
Oh, good for you.
No, I forgot I don't have that.
Price is Right probably would be the most closest one.
I was thinking I had who the hell cares, but
What don't you fucking understand?
oh wait,
Yes.
yeah, Mike wanted it, so
Closest one.
but poor Juan Soto, he hurt his calf going from first to third. It's a minor calf strain, but he got put on the injured list today. After the left fielder suffered a minor calf strain running at bases Friday night, he's expected to be sidelined 2 to 3 weeks. It's the second non-COVID IL stint of Soto's career and the first since May of 2021, when he missed 2 weeks with a strained left shoulder while playing for the Washington Nationals. Now, I kind of remember watching the replay over the weekend, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Only because writing the shit up for the shit show that was Saturday's also eligible, where I went 0 for 5. So he went from first to third in the first inning. He was removed from the game after he was forced out at home. He had an MRI and told reporters that the discomfort felt similar to a left calf injury he suffered in July 2022. He left that game in 2022 after 5 innings, but returned the next day.
Okay.
But there may be a reason why they put him on the IL. We'll get to that in a second. But he was up to a hot start here. He was 11 for 34. Last season, he had 43 home runs, 38 steals, and 921 OPS. So now I did see this, and hold on. I got to do the Lord's work for SJ. She wants to know the money line, so I'm hoping it's the live money line.
Okay.
Live ML.
Are you getting standard bookie fees for this?
I better be getting a lot more than.
Oh.
Who said that? Who said that?
I don't know who said that.
I don't know either. Yeah. I think it was one of those AI things where I know.
Right, yeah.
Okay, seriously. So, maybe one of the reasons why they moved the reason why they put him on the IL. Part of the reason why is because it's going to be cold in New York. Now, I think if it was a mainly team like the Phillies going there, I think they would play in the cold because, you got two teams that are in the Northeast.
Yeah.
But because it's going to be cold and windy, and I think part of it is also the Diamondbacks coming into town because they're a warm weather team, even though they play in a dome inside the dome most of the year.
Right.
I think that they had the roof open, but I don't know. I don't have the MLB package or anything. So, and that reminds me, this is the first year I did not look to see if I could watch any of the games on Xfinity because, like, the first few days of the season, you get them for free.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I noticed that.
I forgot to look this year.
I watched Cincinnati Braves, Cincinnati Atlanta. So, I forgot who Cincinnati's playing, but yeah, I watched that first weekend.
Oh, you did watch? Okay,
Yeah.
so you did have it. Okay.
Like so they give you the free preview, like you said. Yeah.
So I don't know if the entire Mets organization has vaginal warts. I don't know if they just don't, but I don't know if maybe Arizona had a say in this too because it took over a two. Well, they moved the game to 4:00. So I'm going to pull up here right now on my handy dandy weather app.
Okay.
And by the way, there is a freeze watch in Philadelphia for Wednesday, April 8th, starting at midnight.
Is it? Okay.
So tomorrow night into Wednesday morning.
Gotcha.
So let's go to Flushing because nothing flushes like a toilet in Flushing.
That's what they told me.
So at 4:00, now granted, it's going to be windy. It's going to be 49 degrees at first pitch. At 7:30, well, let's go 8:00. Sunset at 7:26 in Flushing. 8:00, it's going to be 41. And it looks like it's going to be 35 at 11:00. Pussies. Here's your Sixers update.
Whoa,
So they're hanging in there.
they really are.
So now let me see who else is playing tomorrow in colder sites. I'm looking at something else here. Luis Arraez got a base hit. Schedule. Actually, I could have just gone. Okay, Tuesday. San Francisco, 63 degrees. Okay. Cleveland. They're playing an afternoon game.
Okay.
1 p.m. on Tuesday.
Yeah.
31 degrees.
Whoa. All right, Cleveland.
I'm guessing they moved that game up because that's the second game of a 3-game series.
Those afternoon games are usually getaway games, right?
Usually.
Yeah.
Orioles and White Sox, that is at 3:10. I just don't see anything about that yet. Diamondbacks and Mets. And then Pittsburgh, because it's only going to be 41 degrees.
That's all.
They're going to be playing normal time.
Okay.
Boston's going to be 44 degrees. They're still playing normal time.
Right.
The Nationals, it'll be 52 in D.C. Wait.
Got one?
Wait. I think we can call the Mets pussies.
Uh-oh. What?
The Yankees are playing at home.
Right.
Did they move their game up? No.
Wow.
And they're playing the Sacramento Athletics, who play in warm weather, just
Yes,
like
they
Arizona.
do. Wow. Mets. Wow.
Tigers and Twins, 43 degrees. Are they playing early? No.
Well, they are both Midwestern cities, though.
And
Sort of, kind of.
also, by the way, the second warmest site right now, according to what I'm seeing with the AccuWeather forecast here on the ESPN page, Colorado Rockies, going to be 66 degrees. Now, Phillies got lucky last weekend because guess what? It snows in Denver in April and in May.
Yes, it does.
And it snows in September there too.
Right.
So Houston's getting lucky as well with a 66-degree night. But I think we have our leader in the clubhouse for Pussy of the Year.
Right.
And it is the New York Baseball Mets. Because they're moving to 4 o'clock because it's too cold. But the Yankees, they're like, we play October baseball usually. It's not that cold.
Mets.
So let me just check one thing here. So we said Cleveland. Yeah, so Royals and Guardians were changed yesterday They were changed for tomorrow. They announced it today. The game will start at 1:10 due to expected frigid temperatures at night. Now that's more reasonable because it's 31 at game time.
That's true.
So, you're talking about 49 in New York at 4 o'clock. So they're going to be 31. And who knows, if the wind's blowing right, you might get snow there.
You might.
If you get the... so let's go to the White Sox. Yeah, Tuesday game rescheduled for 2:10 p.m. Due to forecast of cold temperatures. So, I don't know. But I don't know.
They still won the title. Give them the crown.
Yeah, I mean, the Cubs are playing in Tampa, so we don't have a situation with Chicago like we do with New York, where one's staying at the same time, the other one's like, I can't do it. I'm too cold.
Here, Max. Here,
You got
here's
a
tissue.
quarter?
I know, right here.
You got a quarter?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Quarters don't mean shit anymore. Give me a $5 bill. I need $5. Give me $10. I'll make you holler. And my parlay is official.
Very 14. Whoa. Jeez.
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive
I just
me,
felt like playing it.
Jerkoff.
But all I have to say is, with some of those other picks,
Bruh.
Yeah.
but I do have to say one thing about that one.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
And that makes up for the mistake I made with the Cardinals Washington one, because apparently I played it twice.
Okay.
So even with $5, I still covered the other bets, Yeah, and here's the thing, and sometimes you don't necessarily. Wait a second! All of a sudden, the Rockies are up 7-3.
Whoa.
So. We got another single game parlay.
Nice.
We got another parlay.
That brings a smile on my face every time.
What's that?
I like that. That brings a smile on my face every time.
But wait till I start getting more here that interconnect with each other.
Mhm.
Like for example, Jerry Jones, I want me some glory hole.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll add this to it.
Bruh.
Right.
Oh wait a second.
Show me the money!
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
we had this kid when I used to work at Super Fresh, when I used to work overnights, and this is probably close to 30 years ago.
Mhm.
Now, and we're getting into story time. We're just winging it right now. We just don't give a shit right now what our script said. We had this kid who was, let's just say, he was mentally slow.
Okay.
So he was mopping the floors, and I think I told him the one time what you need to do, and thankfully he knew that I was fucking around with him, even with his mental slowness or whatever.
Okay.
I said, you got to go in the bank, and then you got to say,
Show me the
At least you know you.
but that is a sort of true story. But
Gotcha.
yeah, but they did have a wager that I had to be referee on.
Oh.
The shift leader that on the overnight,
Right.
and that kid. It was the year the Flyers made it to the Stanley Cup final, and then they got swept by Detroit.
Oh.
Now, mind you, if we had legalized sports betting, I would have made a fortune. Because the one thing I said on lunch when I'm looking at the previous day's Daily News, because,
Right.
3 o'clock in the morning, the new paper hasn't been out yet.
Right.
I said, just to let you guys know, Scotty Bowman, more times than not, will either sweep an opponent or will get swept.
Whoa.
And I think it was like 15-1 odds on Detroit to get the sweep. So I ended up saying that, but the one manager was like, by the way.
Okay. Real quick.
So the manager was like, well, we're going to make a bet on this. And nobody else was coming up with anything. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm stepping in here since you're doing this while I'm trying to work here and run register here until we close. Since neither of you are coming up with anything good, we're going to do a bet that the shift leader didn't had in the past. The loser of this wager has to wear a dress. So he kept saying Flyers and fours, Flyers and fours. Then the Flyers lost game 1. Flyers and fives, Flyers and fives. Flyers lose again. Flyers and 6, Flyers and 6. Flyers lose again. Flyers and 7s, Flyers and 7s. They lose again. So one of the things we said the next night,
Right.
Flyers and 8. And then he didn't show up for a couple of weeks.
Of course.
And when does he pay off the bet? When I'm on fucking vacation. But his father worked at one of the distribution hubs for then Super Fresh I'm not sure if it was in Edison or the other one. I forget where the other one was. So wherever the truck was going to, his father unloads the pallets and stuff.
Right.
So the guy who was the receiver in the mornings posted on the truck an 8.5 by 11 of him in the dress.
No.
Love the daughter you never, the daughter that you wish you had, or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Well, he paid it back.
Mhm. And we decided to go a little further. And needless to say, he quit a couple weeks later.
That was back in the 80s, wasn't it, when they got swept?
Late 90s.
Late 90s? Wait a minute, I thought.
Hold on. Flyers, Red Wings, Stanley Cup.
It had to be the 80s.
1997.
When they got swept?
Mm-hmm.
Good gracious.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the Blackhawks beat them. That must have been in the 80s.
Who? Flyers and Blackhawks?
Yeah.
That was 2000,
10?
2010.
What the heck am I thinking about that?
Probably one of the Edmonton years.
Okay.
But, you know. And it was the first Stanley Cup for Detroit since 1955 that year.
You know what? You're right. I got my dates is
Oh, and that reminds
my
me.
dates mixed up as far as who I was married to at the time. I got it. Yeah, it's right. Okay, that was it. Yeah, that was the 90s. I know how it was.
I have to show this if I can find it. Let me see here. And, you know, sometimes these, of course, I'm getting everything LA Kings except for the one that I want. Los Angeles Kings 6. All right, I'm finding it on here, and hopefully it leads me to the X thing because I don't think I reposted it, so I'm not even going to attempt it. But
Okay.
Here it is. Sometimes you just troll the shit out of the other team. They played Saturday night. Here was the Kings when they defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 7-6 the other night. If you're looking for the final score, you can just Google the year the Leafs last won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, ouch.
6-7, 6-7.
6-7. Wow. Okay.
So yeah. So right now we're at 35-31. I think that was the score at the half, right?
30, 20, 33, 29, I thought it was.
Oh, close enough.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was 33-29.
Yeah. You heard Tobias Harris was trolling Sixers fans.
Yeah.
See you in the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
Really, Tobias?
Well, Detroit won't be in a play-in.
No.
They're in the
Yeah, they got their cushion #1 seed.
Yeah. Breaking news from Detroit. I still do not have my single game parlay for that.
Oh, Dad.
I wanted to mess with you there and see what you do.
Well, I just can't hit it. Darn.
But 108.99 Spurs right now. So,
Well, this is a sloppy game.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned sloppy games. Now we do have sloppy racetracks and horse racing.
Okay. Oh, segue.
Yeah, I can segue with the best if I can. If there's something I can run with, even But anyways, also eligible Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We're going to be looking. We're going to be looking at Keeneland. Now, it's the last chance race for the Kentucky Derby. However, I believe that none of the horses that are in the race would make it to the Derby if they won the race, because it's a 20 points to the winner.
Gotcha.
So we're definitely going to look at 2 races. I'm pulling up the Saturday card here, so let me just see what they have here. So we got the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley, which is a mile and a 16th on the turf for older fillies and mares. And then we got the Lexington, which is a mile and a 16th on the main track. Those are 2 of the races we're going to look at here. Now, do I go last 4 races at Keeneland for shits and giggles? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let the weather decide that.
Okay.
Let me see what's on the docket around the country here. Maybe I do Aqueduct because I get free programs from Aqueduct. Or maybe I add Oaklawn because I get a free program from them too. I know how to get a free program for that too. So,
oh, cool.
The reason why is because at Aqueduct, at Oaklawn, if I can find the race here, the 3-year-old champion filly Nitrogen is running in that race. That is the $1.25 million Grade 1 Apple Blossom Stakes. So we might have to add that.
Right.
So ask me on Thursday night.
Okay, I will.
No, you won't.
No.
You'll forget.
Yeah, you're right.
And also Thursday night, you did it! You finally scored! Because everybody was shooting like brick after brick, like they were the late '90s New York Knicks. But so we do have that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also, we're going to have a big announcement on Thursday night because AJ, that guy that I always talk about, but
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen him in action.
No, I haven't.
So
wait a minute. Yeah, I have.
You might have.
Yeah, one time on the podcast. Yeah.
So as of right now, he's scheduled to be on here on Thursday night.
Whoa.
So I think Thursday night's going to be a lot of horse talk, even though it won't be an official also eligible.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, we're looking at maybe some picks for the weekend, some basketball picks. I think what may happen is on some of those nights, and the way that I am, because I don't like kicking people off after about 5-10 minutes when we do their segment, because if you've seen some of the shows with SJ when she wants to come on,
yeah,
we're talking for additional 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I've been to one of them. Yeah.
But AJ will probably kick himself out because I gotta get up tomorrow morning. Okay, see you. But we're going to talk some shop. We're going to talk about his horses because he has 1, 2. No, not 4.
11.
No, not 11. It's got 5 horses.
Okay.
One got a new name. One got named officially.
Right.
My horse doesn't have a name yet. My horse is in witness protection.
I've been to the desert.
Now, I can tell you one thing. AJ agreed with me today when I talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
My horse Shippy,
Mm-hmm.
well, Shippy 24, he doesn't have a name yet.
Right.
He agreed with me. The horse looks like a monster right now as a 2-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Now, the one thing I would say is, and like for example, Secretary, we know they had an extra large heart or lung, so
Right.
he could process oxygen
Yeah.
so much more than other horses. And some other horses, they, part of the reason why that they were able to go so fast is because the 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 span between the front leg and the hind leg when they're running was so much, like the whatever you call that. So, so he will be ready to go probably this summer. I haven't seen anything new on him. I did see today that my transaction. Oh, wrong outlook there. Which reminds me, I got to change things up here. I can tell you right now, because I saw the email from Commonwealth today. Where are you? I am 72,000 tier credits away from gold at MGM. Yeah, right. I'll get there. My transaction has been completed with Commonwealth. I officially own the anus of Shippy 24.
Okay.
We're happy to inform you your investment transaction for the offering of Shippy 24 is now completed. So I am officially a horse owner.
Very nice.
And AJ goes to me today. He goes, "Is that offering still open?" I said no, because I thought about getting 10 more, and I was like, it's done. But I don't know if it timed out, or it was people actually bought into it, because it was like in the 60 to 70% completed range. So I think it may have been that somebody just said, "Oh fuck it, I'll just buy the last 30% or whatever it is." So. But now, oh wait, that's Tiger going to Augusta.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Well, actually, he's not in Augusta.
Right.
But Tiger Woods is on the golfers' minds at the Masters this week, following his arrest. And we know everything that happened with it, so we're still going to touch base on some of the things. But I know the one thing is the judge did allow him to go to rehab in Europe.
Okay.
Because he doesn't think he could get the privacy that he feels like he needs.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, it's at least the third rehab, because I'm sure he had a rehab after the DUI.
Right.
And his ex-wife made him go through sex rehab too.
Did she?
At least I think that's what happened. But yeah, so he's not competing in the Masters this year, obviously.
Obviously.
But the golfers in the field say they're polling for the fifth-time major champion after he purportedly entered treatment following his DUI arrest in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the arrest, the incident was in Florida, not the rehab.
Right.
Jason Day said, "I look at him and go, he's just a human being like anyone else, and we have struggles. It's unfortunate. The only thing I don't understand is that it's a little bit selfish of him to drive and put other people in harm's way as well," which is true.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair to say. Can't leave him open like that.
No, you can't.
But so he pled not guilty, blah blah blah. But he did refuse to submit to a lawful test, which usually is an automatic guilty, but or whatever it is legalese wise. But so he clipped a trailer being hauled by a truck near his home in Hobe Sound, Florida. So I mean, we all know about that, and you know. Day said when you're the player he was and how strong-willed he is, he thinks he can do almost anything. That's probably why he's probably driving a little bit under the influence. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, he's had so many injuries.
Yeah.
And so many surgeries. You know. And I kind of get his point of view. By the way, just to let you know as well.
Close game.
You have to remember that his right to privacy, unless he hired his own driver, you know, unless he hired a driver, you know,
Right.
I mean, even though we say all the time, oh, you know, if you're, you know, like we say to people on New Year's Eve and other drinking holidays and shit like that, you know, take a cab, take an Uber, take a Lyft, whatever. Him, in a way, I understand his privacy issues and all that, but, you know,
two schools. The second one's going to be minor. First one's going to be like you said, you can get a driver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it's not like you have to go everywhere. They take it with a lot of celebrities and a lot of actors and actresses have drivers.
Now, if he gets a driver,
Mm-hmm.
can you get a hot blonde because it'll be a tit list?
As long as you get a free
Hold
one.
on.
Got one?
No, I'm just. But go ahead. I'm looking for something here.
Okay. The second thing is because you had a major accident while driving, something called common sense should kick in and say, well, I'm not going to put myself in a position where something can happen. Let me get someone to drive me back and forth, because they won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing is that itch that he's trying to scratch as far as golfing,
Mm-hmm.
he can't do it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know how to stop. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know if he's going to do anything after golf.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about this several times, how athletes hang on just a little bit too long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they don't have anything else, because they've done this thing all so long.
Yeah.
They don't have any fallback plans. They don't have anything else they want to do.
Look what I got. Tit. Lee. Cool. Tit lift. Look what I.
Beavers and Butthead. Them two.
You're pulling your head on every stroke. Let me see your bag. Here, take your wood and try using a different grip on the shaft.
Oh, good.
Hey, fellas.
He was just washing his balls.
Oh,
And by the
man.
way, I washed my balls once. Man, did that hurt.
Well, 13. Okay, I'm good with that.
And I think you might have missed the joke when you were reading it.
I heard.
But, you know, the thing is, I mean, Tiger's got a couple of kids, you know, and, you know, you can even make a sequel to Driving Miss Daisy. Driving Mr. Tiger.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, you can turn it into a 30 for 30 or whatever, you know?
Yep.
Driving Mr. Tiger.
So he needs to think about his kids.
Exactly.
Oh, nice block.
And he's built golf courses too.
Yes, he has. That should be in.
Nope. So, yeah, so it's 48-39 here, and they're going back and forth here. Block there. Might have been a foul that wasn't called. And a block. So, but he did say, told the sheriff's deputy when they were trying to do the sobriety test,
Mm-hmm.
he's undergone 7 back surgeries and over 20 surgeries on his right leg, and his ankle seizes up when he's walking. Now, he could go to the senior tour where they allow carts. I think he'd be the type of person that would still walk.
He would.
But now they did find 2 pills, which authorities confirmed was hydrocodone. But, you know, the thing is this. I think, you know, it's the second time you've been caught. The first time, you were just asleep at the wheel. This time, it was because you were on the phone and changing the radio at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, you can get this thing Spotify, and there's this thing called Bluetooth where you can.
Yeah.
But
he heard his excuse too when he got out the car, right?
He was calling the president, right?
Yeah.
Well,
so let me throw that out there.
Well, he's dating the granddaughter or something.
Oh, is that what he's doing now?
Yeah, or some Trump. But
yeah.
And also Phil Mickelson's not going to be in the field this year.
I saw that too. Yeah.
So this is going to be the first time since 1994 that neither Mickelson nor Woods are in the field.
Wow.
So you're looking at a field without them both. But, you know, Patrick Reed, who won the Masters in 2018, said, "Let's be honest, without Tiger and Phil in the events in golf, when they both step away, honestly, I feel like it hurts the game of golf. Right. But at the same time, we want them to come back and be healthy and ready to go." But Phil is citing a family health issue.
Yeah.
So who knows what that is? But you hope everything works out okay. And Tiger, you know. Now it did say here, and let me see if I can find it here. Woods' jet landed in Switzerland on Friday, leading to speculation he might be entering a treatment center there.
Okay.
A judge granted a motion 2 days earlier for Woods to travel outside the United States and enter a comprehensive inpatient treatment facility. So, I mean, I personally think 40 years since we've had an undefeated champion.
Still not going to have one this year. Yeah.
No. But I think we still have HIPAA laws and all that here, but the thing is, things do leak.
Yeah.
So if he has to get this treatment half a world away, obviously they don't consider him a flight risk. because if he tries to run, he's just going to be hobbling down the street.
Right.
So, but by the way, 3-0
Giants.
Giants.
Who that?
So now is he pulling at the? I mean, at the end there,
Mm-hmm.
is he pulling the ball or is he pulling to get his hands out from underneath the ball?
It looked like he was.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and he got called for the foul. Ball was trying to
No,
get
it
too
was
much.
a jump ball.
Oh, they called jump ball. Okay.
Change of possession. The arrow was with Michigan at the time, so. But I will say one thing. The game yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
UCLA and South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
as everybody was saying leading up to the game, UCLA better clean things up because they're playing extra sloppy Friday night.
Yeah.
They just totally outplayed South Carolina.
It did.
Every facet of the game.
Yeah. They really
I
did.
mean, and even if they weren't trying to hustle,
Mm-hmm.
UCLA got every ball to go their way. I mean, you're looking at a ball that's a 50-50 ball off the iron. They got the ball. I mean, it was just like everything went their way. It's just, even if you were to do that, as UConn is in the post here. And UConn gets the ball back. It was just the way that I saw it, without even looking at X's and O's, it was just basically, it was just UCLA. They were the better team all
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
And by the way, I did pick UCLA to win the title.
Okay.
The only reason why I did,
Yeah.
because I knew everybody on ESPN would be picking UConn. And by the way, 43% in the bracket challenge took UConn.
Hmm.
So, but but I know this is something you wanted to talk about, and that was the whole incident on Friday night.
That's not just the reaction of the coaches. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the very first thing I said when I went in somebody's chat room and they were talking about, it's like, the one thing Gino Ariaman should know from growing up in Delaware County is you don't fuck with a North Philly girl. And even Dawn Staley did mention you don't mess with somebody from the North Philly projects.
Nope.
Now, I will say this, and I said this in somebody's chat.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't Friday, it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And all this, what I call fake sportsmanship, for sportsmanship shit that they do,
Right.
NCAA, just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee you what's going to happen here in 8 minutes. Where 8 minutes of game time is probably about 45 minutes from now.
That's true.
Because there was one game in Philly in the first round. The final 2 minutes took 32 minutes to play.
I heard that on ESPN.
So I guarantee you're going to see this. And you can, hopefully we'll get a good camera angle where you get to see this.
Mhm.
You'll see the losing team lining up to shake hands.
Yep.
And the other team's in the middle of the court celebrating.
Yeah.
It's like, why do we have to stand in line here? They're celebrating. But, I can understand if it's like rec league, little league, whatever you want to call it. You're teaching, because it's more than just the game itself. It's sportsmanship. It's learning to win with dignity and, not being a sore loser, all that stuff that they teach. You get to college, especially now with NIL, because you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, most are getting paid. Do you really need to have these sportsmanship rules?
No.
Because, there was a couple of games over the last couple of years. They had guys at some campuses. They knew that the school was the student fan base behind the glass, behind the backboard. They were going to storm the court because we're beating Duke, or we're beating whatever the Big 12 school was that was really good that year, and I think it was Baylor.
Okay.
They had people to extend ropes so that the people that are going on the court can stay on the court, but the players can still shake hands.
Do it like college, in the college football. When it's done, y'all say hello, or you gonna shake hands. Then that's it. Don't lie.
I have no problem with informal.
Yeah.
Now, I think some kids in high school are getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they, depending on how you define paid, whether it's official NIL or, since I don't have my wallet on me or anything, pretend these are dollar bills.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I just think, since we're in this era now where we don't know what to call the student athletes, because they're technically not amateurs anymore.
No, they're not.
I think they're old enough to realize that, hey, these are adults here. These aren't kids.
Yeah.
Now, but I think you should also have in the provisions or the rules,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a court storming,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a championship game like this where they're going to be celebrating on the court at the end,
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
the line is optional.
Right.
Because truthfully, they're not really going to go to a line right away, whoever wins this game.
No, they're not.
They're going to be celebrating. They're going to be going like this.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I'm purposely, and of course, I don't think SJ's watching tonight. I think she's watching the game and doing work for Ball's Life. I decided to wear my Ball is Life shirt tonight
Mm-hmm.
because, as I told you, as I said last night, let me find it. And I made this observation last night. Solo ball available for UConn and NCAA title game against Michigan. And my comment, so that people can read that. I didn't know John Kruk played basketball.
I like it. I like it.
Now, there are some people out there who are saying,
Bruh.
I know there's some people that are saying that. One, because they get the joke, or two, it's like, what are you talking about? Well, a comedian that has to explain his jokes is usually not a good comedian,
That's true.
but I will bring my joke down to your level, okay? Because John Kruk had testicular cancer after the 1993 season. And if it wasn't Mitch Williams on a pickoff attempt giving him a cup check, and I think John Kruk did not have a cup on at the time, or he might have in the it hit him in the cup and broke the cup. Because I think he said it was out in LA they got hit right in the
I think so.
old twig and berries.
Yeah.
Um,
Meeting to the edge.
he it turns out, he was hurting pretty much the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting tested after the season.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out he got testicular cancer, had the surgery, had one of his balls removed, and he came back in 1994.
Solo ball.
So if you're wondering why I said that, you just didn't get the joke, even though it's a 3-year-old joke. Now, if you see me at the ballpark wearing my John Kruk jersey, even though I think the John Kruk shtick calling games is getting old,
It is.
I still wear my John Kruk jersey every once in a while because I feel extra manly because I'm up a ball on them.
I can see that.
So, we also had this one incident on Saturday. Now, for those that don't know, wait, I got to share this before I go to it.
Okay.
Apparently, the State College of Florida.
Oh, wow. I missed it. I missed the State College of Florida. Shoot.
I missed it too when I was down there twice last year.
Wow, that's right. You were.
But there's no plans right now to go down there right now. And if I go down there, it probably won't be till November, December when hurricane season's over.
Right.
Because I'm not dodging hurricanes or anything. But
Wow.
oh, also, congrats to the Philadelphia Phillies, I think.
What happened?
They were the first Major League Baseball franchise to give up 200,000 hits in their franchise history.
Yeah, because a lot of years they were bad.
They were going into the game. They went into the game at 199,998. But here's some of the stuff that I deal with from time to time, and I think this is a new person in my apartment building or on my floor. Let's just say in the building, because the way things are in this building, if you really wanted to and you're really desperate to get your wash done, you can go up to the 3rd floor or down to the first,
Right.
or down to the ground floor, or they call it the T floor for whatever reason. I think it's just because the elevators can't create a letter G on the thing. But anyway, so went to do my wash last night or Saturday night, and this is what I saw. And we could call it the stupid shit I saw segment, but this is stupid shit in real life. So, first of all, the main text. Take my stuff out the dryer again, and that ass is grass.
Mm.
Whoever you is, fuck you.
Mm.
I don't give a single fuck. Ugly ass bitch. So, and by the way, I did tag Northeast Apartments here. I don't know if they actually go into into their Facebook page.
Right.
But my response was, it wasn't me. But all I have to say is up your nose with a rubber hose.
There you go.
Because if you're going with a 70s or 80s threat like your ass is grass, I'm going to go 70s with up your nose with a rubber hose,
Right.
like in Welcome Back, Kotter.
Right.
And by the way, 5 people all thought it was funny. Five more people than what most people would think. So, and also I looked today. I don't know if it was the maintenance staff or somebody didn't like my revision to this. I did not take a picture of it because I didn't want to incriminate myself, even though I'm already incriminating myself because my name's on here. Nor do I care. I decided, because you know how you have problems with here and here and there and there and where and all these things that have 2, 3, 4 different ways of spelling in different meetings.
Right.
So I decided, I got my red pen. This is the smoking gun. I changed whoever you is to whoever you are.
All right, then.
Now, this person must be new to the apartments, must be stupid, or both. Because when you go into the washroom on my floor, matter of fact, you can even go into and I showed you everything on the ground floor.
Right.
In case you end up coming up here.
Right.
I showed you the box, and they have the rules on the wall on my floor and where you load up your card on the ground floor with the rules. Like, for example, hours are 8 to 8, but I've heard people doing them 11 o'clock at night, but I'm all the way down here. I really don't give a shit.
Right.
And I think also if you're in the apartment closest to both of them, I think you don't really hear it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But it is a common courtesy thing. But but either way, the thing is, they have to be a combination of stupid, and new, because it says right there, the person behind you has every right to take your shit out of the washer and or dryer if you're holding up progress. Now, mind you, there's 2 factors here. First of all, you have 2 washers and 2 dryers on each floor.
Right.
The one dryer has an error code on it every once in a while. And I think it's more than just, slam the door a couple of times so you can knock the code off of it or whatever. or trying to figure out which one's the correct plug or whatever. So, and I forget to call all the time, even though it's like, yeah, you don't need to call me back, but just let you know, the washer on the ground floor here in this building, and see if there's two washers, two dryers, one of the dryers is not working.
Right.
And the one thing is with me, and I'm going to show it to you guys here, so hopefully it'll pick up on the thing here. I have timers here that are, well, they're not saved, but they're recent ones. If you see on there, the washer is 34 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The dryer is 45 minutes.
I see that.
I time everything.
Right.
Because I don't want to be the dick who holds up everything, because I'm already going to be a dick. And by the way, I'm going to be a dick here and tell you that the Giants scored again.
Ouch.
But, I just think when you look at everything, even though I'm the dick that uses both washers at the same time, because I'm trying to get it where if it's going to be a 34-minute wash, it's going to be a 34-minute wash, because if you overload it, it turns into a 40-minute wash.
Gotcha.
The dryers are usually pretty good, 45, boom. So I'm going to do my part, also because if I sit here and I'm working on stuff for this show, I'm working stuff on my online radio station, I'm working things for, oh, by the way, we're going to be gaming soon on this page. That's why you are seeing on the bottom of the screen that if you're watching on a different platform, you should follow me at twitch.tv/Joe Quills, because we're going to be goofing around with Out of the Park Baseball as well. So, it's a thinking man's game, but, we get to have fun, and, you get to watch, and, I could probably turn it into like poll questions, like, all right, or actually channel points as well, but I'm going to wipe out the channel points and start from the beginning if I can figure that out. Like, for example, we're going to play all 3 games of the Phillies and Arizona Diamondbacks here. Who wins the series? And just to let you guys know, if there is a rain out here, I'm going to refund your money if I can figure out how to do it. Your wagers.
Yeah.
So if it goes one win, I win 1 game, I lose 1 game, and the third game's rained out,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't replay it, they don't make up the game on Monday,
Right.
then, refund. But I would let everybody know, oh, by the way. But like little interactive things that I can do, even though I'm not technically affiliate. I call it affiliate light, because with being affiliate light, you get to see some of the things, but it's kind of like a kid at Christmas. You see the gift underneath the tree, but you can't grab it.
Right.
It's like, come on, let me. Just one present, please. But because I have some money that's sitting there that I just can't get because I'm not an affiliate yet. But that's part of the reason why, because the whole thinking is I stream on here, and I'm probably going to be streaming every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday will be my sports stuff. Wednesday, Friday, Sunday will be the gaming stuff. And who knows, maybe if I can get somebody to put in a good word with those with OOTP, I can even become an Out of the Park affiliate, where if I'm playing the game and you're watching and you have the game and you link your Twitch account
Mm-hmm.
with your you link your Twitch account with your OOTP account, oh, by the way, you can get these drops for the cards on the perfect packs and stuff like that. So, because that was one of the things that AJ and I were talking about today, like some of the plans I'm going to do, because, I don't know if he's going to be watching me on Twitch or somewhere else, but, I'd be like, well, just to let you know, I am doing this very soon. It's not the big announcement that's coming on Thursday, but I've been teasing this for weeks now that I'm going to do it. It's just some little things I got to do.
Okay.
It's just that I got to get my Quillspix winner stats updated as quickly as possible. As long as I get the stats done onto the spreadsheet, then I can calculate later on. But I don't know. But I did have a winner today. It only paid $360, but but I'm surprised it was $360 because I was expecting it to go off at 1-5. Even with a 6-horse field, this was a 5-horse field. Because I said, this horse almost won in New York going longer. I'm like, and I'm watching, I'm like 3-5, and it's dead last. It's like got bumped really bad to start. And even my good friend Jessica Paquette was like, this horse ain't doing shit. I mean, not exactly, but
Right.
You get the idea. So all of a sudden, Yesbit Hazelwood, whatever his first name is, he usually runs in Maryland, but he comes up here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Gives a couple of taps on the ass. By the way, we got good news here.
Okay.
And turns out, came up the rail. The rail was not dead at Parks today, and he won.
Nice.
But I'm not looking. But I'm not looking, for. Yeah, and I said ahead of time, I was like, I can't see any of these horses winning. And he almost did because it had a horrific start. So, but, ooh. He recovered the ball too close to the basket. That's why he screwed up.
Wow.
And that's the dagger.
That is the dagger.
UConn misses a layup there, but it was a contested layup. But what happened there was he steals the ball, but he's too close to the basket, so he can't score.
Right.
He passes it off. He's got a contested layup, and he misses it, which, I don't really blame him, But then Michigan hits that huge three there.
Yep. Dagger.
Mm-hmm. So.
Well, I got a nugget for you. Patricia and I were talking about the thing that Gino did, and she came up with, she said she remembered another coach who went all 5 alarm on another coach. John Chaney, John Calipari. Remember that? He went to the Calipari having a conference, and Chaney went in there, and he told him, being from North Philly, he told him, I'm going to kick your behind. It's like, but John Chaney was 5, but he did it that's the one.
And you send your kids out there pushing and shoving. The guys did a hell of a job. You had the best officiating you could ever get here. And for you to ride them, I want to be a part of that. I just got my ass blasted for giving them hell down in West Virginia. And here you get a hell of a job right here today. Good job. 3 class guys. And you pick them out here and single them out. You can't get that. You got to never threaten the guys. Shut up, guys. You got to never threaten the guys. I'm killing you. You remember that. When I see you, I'm going to kick your ass. Kick your ass. Come on. You got a good team, and you don't need that edge. That's why I was telling my kid to knock your kid in the mouth. Standing there pushing in the game. Some things never cease to amaze me. I'm not going to say anything right now because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think it's better that I just walk out of here. And I'm not going to talk on the television. I'm not going to talk to anybody at this point right now.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one.
Mm-hmm. So, and by the way, for those that hear me talk about Brody Brazil all the time on here, there it is. BRODIE Brazil. Brazil is in the country. So back down to 7, minute 23 left here. In the college game, is it 8 seconds to get the ball over half court or 10?
The 10. The 10. Uh-huh.
Ticky-tack foul there.
It was.
Nah, maybe not. But, I mean, bad news is he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Good news is it's a 1-1. So if they miss, they can cut it potentially to 4. To what?
There you go.
Well, you did get the right guy here, 69%. Nice number, by the way. So we're just chilling out here. We're just watching the end of the game with you. And by the way, it's 4-2 now. JT scored on a ground out by Trey Turner, and Crawford scored on a double by Bryce Harper.
Cool. Okay.
So. And thankfully, I haven't done any audio videos here or made these into audios.
Mm-hmm.
I may eventually do that again. I don't know. But if I do that, even if I put it under another name even or different account or whatever, thankfully it's not this episode because I would have to do a shit ton of editing.
Right.
But,
Well, they didn't foul him. He said, "Don't foul him."
but they get a new, or do they get a new shot clock here or no?
What's their possession? So I guess they will get a new shot clock. Yeah.
I think they wanted to travel, but that was close.
I'm gonna call a timeout. Okay.
Yes, there's a timeout here, 7-point game here. So UConn's trying to pull up the miracle here. But, I mean, it does look like it's going to be Michigan winning their first title since 1989. At least they're going to beat a legitimate school and not Seton Hall.
That's true.
I mean, Seton Hall was a legitimate school back in the day, but,
Back in the day,
Yeah.
when they were on the Big East.
Yeah. But but the one thing I thought with the whole Gino Auriemma stuff,
Mm-hmm.
if you knew you were going to, I might have to go out and go back in here, I think. Um, well, whatever happened, Michigan, UConn got the ball back.
Oh, wow.
Now, let's say Gino just walked away.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
And the next rule that I don't like in college basketball, calling the timeout to set up defense.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
This isn't obviously this isn't the NBA and you can get away with that. And oh, by the way, the clock stops anyway, so it's a big deal. But
they call it too.
Yeah.
Still.
But, the one thing is I'll say, Gino was in a mood the entire game. Because he had the one interview where he even dropped an S-bomb, I think. I think it was an S-bomb. He did curse during the interview with whoever interviewed him. Was it Holly Rowe? I don't know. But the one thing I will say is, if you're given a hard time, I would rather. They're reviewing it here. So guess what?
Oh, that's a 3.
Mm-hmm. Guess what? Give UConn their timeout back.
Yep.
At least they do that in the NFL. Yep, that's behind the line.
Yeah, it is.
So the one thing I would say is, because if you notice, he did confront her at the end of the game.
Oh, wait, why? Yeah, oh, yeah, here, tiptoe.
Mm-hmm.
He's behind the line. Yeah, he did.
So he did confront her with 1/10 of a second left. So some of the coaching staff, after Dawn Staley walked away, they walked forward again. Gino Auriemma just walked off the court. Now, I will say this, and this isn't the a slam at the forced sportsmanship thing, even though you can say it is. And if you're watching even after the fact and you think it's a slam, I don't care. But I will say this, as there's a foul in the play with 29.5 left. I will say this. I'd rather have the media getting on my case because I did not shake hands with her at all, because I'd rather walk away than have an incident like occurred where you're probably cursing each other out and whatever. Ooh, missed it. I would rather walk away, get reamed because of that, get reamed by the NCAA because you didn't line up. Whereas I would have been like, well, do you want me to? Let's look at the two options. What you want, where we could eventually go to blows.
Right. He missed both of them. Wow. Caravan missed that really bad.
He's missed from from about 3 to 5 feet behind. He's calling for a replay out of desperation there. But yeah, he's shooting from almost the logo. He's had a couple of those shots that he's missed and wasn't close. But they looking for a jump ball here?
That's a foul. Yeah. Now, if they call us in front of UConn, you might have something there.
Mm-hmm. But he doesn't connect, so.
They call for less.
Yeah. But I would rather him just walk away
Right.
and deal with that stuff afterwards, and then go to Dawn Staley after the game and say, hey, just to let you know, I walked away because of this, this, and this. I'm trying not to cause a scene. That's what I would,
But then he ended up causing a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize who he's messing with. But either way, you have to realize that, even though it's supposed to be sportsmanship, it's for sportsmanship.
Yeah.
You just have to move on with that. But, I don't like it.
No.
First of all, it doesn't look good. But I would rather deal with the media saying I'm walking away. And then I would say back to them, what is that thing that our parents taught us? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah.
Well, I could have said something to her that would have.
Oh, okay. They said one successful. Okay.
Call stands.
Yeah. Okay.
He took a shot, didn't work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this game's basically over. But, I just think, I'd rather take shit for walking away than for I'd rather take shit for walking away than it is for causing a scene like he did.
Yeah.
Because then you had the apology, which was bullshit.
Yeah, it was.
He probably didn't even write it. It was probably just UConn's sports information director that did that. And that is exactly what Duke was supposed to do against UConn and Denton.
Yep. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. Just throw it up there.
And by the way, Michigan is your national champions. They win 69-63. Now, the play from the Final Four. And by the way, I got to pay SJ even more money. God damn it. But, and by the way, I did, not only am I a good person in general, I even put an extra 10% boost on her bet. So, but I forgot what I was saying now. Damn it. That's what happens when you have 8 things you want to talk about at the same time. You don't even know.
I'm trying to go my mental database.
Which you have to do every time you're here.
Yeah.
And every time we're in the car or whatever.
You said that's what Duke's.
Oh, the play. Okay.
The play, yeah.
So
it works sometimes.
The one thing I will say about Duke's play, they were at the most a little bit over half court. You throw the ball down, that play right there, which is a smart play, because look what happened. The clock ran off, and they had to chase the ball. That's what Duke had to. That's the only thing Duke had to do to win if they don't take a foul. Now, I don't know the person that was that threw the ball, what his percentage is. All that is irrelevant. The fact is, he's trying to get it down the court. Because guess what? Not only is it clock winding down, you now got to take it another 30 feet further down, which UConn had to do when they chased after that ball.
Yeah.
So guess what? It was effective.
Almost a height.
Mm-hmm. And somewhere Tracy Wolfson is glad it's not John Thompson, the Georgetown coach, because he was on the 17th.
Well, here's the other thing that I heard on ESPN. Boozer, there was going to be a 10-second call because it was under 10 seconds.
Yeah.
They could have stayed in the backcourt. They still would have won the game.
Mhm.
He didn't even have to give it out.
Yeah.
He could have just kept on
But-
just giving around.
Or just take the foul.
Or just take the foul, yeah, because they were already up by what, two?
Because I think UConn was also out of timeouts at that point too.
Yeah.
So all you really had to do, and this is something that I say, but it's like, well, if you make the first free throw, you get into the point here where it's like, all right, do you want to make the free throw and make it a 2-possession game? Or do you want to purposely miss it, make them have to catch the rebound and have the clock start without them moving completely forward at the time?
So, yeah.
But
Well, that was a good game.
mhm.
UConn missed a lot of shots, but it was a good game.
Yeah. Both teams missed a lot of shots.
They did, yeah.
Because
69,
Michigan
63.
only scored 69 points. They were averaging over 90.
Yeah.
They had 90 points each of the first 5 games.
But we did say UConn did have a good defense, though.
Mm-hmm. But part of me was thinking they're going to just completely run them off the
3-point line. Yeah.
But it just seemed like every time that they had a run to get it double digits, UConn came back.
Yeah.
UConn came back. UConn came back. It was just that they just couldn't get over the hump.
No. Okay.
But and Bobby and Danny Hurley's walking away saying, "Damn, I should have taken that Lakers job." All right, I'm kidding.
Michigan and UCLA, 2 blue bloods.
Well, the women aren't exactly blue bloods yet, but
No, but the men are after school.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
But just for those that are even watching after the fact, But yeah, so UConn loses to Michigan 69-63. Hey, maybe I should have played Michigan to score 69 points tonight because I'm a pervert.
You would have won.
That's okay. But I did hit a couple of parlays tonight. So, but congrats to them. It was it was somewhat in doubt, but it wasn't really in doubt.
That's a good
And-
way of putting it.
Yeah, and we weren't really, at the end I'm like, wait a second, I got money line on UConn here. But I did hit the LA Toronto parlay, which was the home runs for Ohtani and Freddie got fingered Freeman.
Yeah.
And I added LA money line on that. I mean, the minus on that wasn't that great. Now, let me rephrase that quote here. It's almost 11:30. Pat's going to wonder what the hell's wrong with you. I said that I don't play money lines at worse odds than like maybe 115, 120. LA was like minus 140. But the thing is, I had those 2 home run wagers, which were plus 200 plus 300 plus 400, where you put them all together, it was plus 1100. And then I had a boost on top of it.
Yeah. You had to go.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you can get away with that. Like my hit parlays that I have where what I do is I go to ESPN's website early in the day, or when it's like a couple of hours when I know that they should have the lineups in. They will tell you what the starting lineups are, what their stat. It'll default to what their stats are for the season. Then you go to versus whatever the starting pitcher is. It'll tell you what their starting, what their history is versus the starting pitcher.
Okay.
Ohtani hit a home run off of Scherzer. I think Freddie had 2 off of him in the past. I'm like, Ohtani finally hit his first home run in DC last weekend. Bucket. And don't you know, 14-2, because they did get a rouge at the end of the game. So the Rams did beat the Argonauts 14-2.
There you go.
So, but yeah. So congrats to them, and the last time they won, none of those kids in the student section were even their. I think even half their parents weren't even born yet. You remember that David Akers thing?
Yes, I do. Very much so.
But I'm not going to pull it up.
No, great quote. Great quote.
And what's best is the Rich Eisen version.
Really?
The NFL Network version.
Yeah.
Because he's on there.
Right.
Hey, Dallas. The last time you guys won the Super Bowl, you hear Rich Eisen go, uh-oh.
Oh, that's rich.
And it pops up on my thing every once in a while.
That's rich. I like that.
Hold on. Just to let you know, I need to get Vinny Boom bots because she goes woohoo, even though her school lost, because she graduated from UConn.
Okay.
She originally started in Florida and ended up there.
Right.
Now I need that money. So my response, I'm trying to finish up here.
Right.
Been trying to finish for like a half an hour. But it is what it is, so. But, but Michigan won.
Yep.
And I did see last night or yesterday, they had the Division II National Championship, the Division III National Championship, and the NIT Championship all on the same day at the Pacers Arena.
Wow. Okay.
By the way, Gannon University from Erie, Pennsylvania, they won the D2 title.
Did they? Cool.
So
I think Auburn won the NIT. Yeah.
They won. They won by 6 in overtime. And I saw that there is a little bit of a controversy with the last play of the game.
Oh.
There was a dunk, and you can see with 1/10 of a second left, the player's hand is on the rim. The ball is halfway through the net with 1/10 of a second left.
Right.
They waved it off.
Wow.
The line was 6 points for Auburn was a 6-point favorite. So everybody got refunded their money. Speak of the
what's going on, SJ? Hi, SJ.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean, we've been trying to close for like the last half an hour because the game ran long. All right, I am going to take Mike off of here, but he's still going to be able to talk because I have this feature, hide camera, keep audio. So I'm going to do that. Get out here. And then I am going to go stage right. And there you go, SJ.
Oh, she want to see it?
No, I'm showing her the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Because she said, nice grounds, just a few things. I see a pee. Now, just to let you know, I do pee freely. Because thankfully, I'm not as bad as Joe Theismann because my prostate has not been giving me the fits yet.
Super beta prostate. What the? And you're not going to. She's too much. SJ. Oh, geez. Be afraid, SJ. Be very afraid. That's funny. Going good, SJ. That's funny. He's going to give you money, SJ. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That was funny.
So, as you can see there on the scroll, there is a major announcement coming Thursday night at 9 p.m. And just to let you know, okay, as I bring us back on here so that you've seen the whole thing here. And that was created by Microsoft Copilot, by the way. I'm not even sure if Mike knows that or not.
I did not know that.
But I have all kinds of cool shit with Microsoft Copilot that I've created. Because, oh yeah.
That's it. Stop giving them money.
Well, I wore this in honor of Solo Ball because I will tell you this. I didn't know that John Kruk played basketball. That is incorrect. I kind of remember on your Discord, and I will pull it up. We're talking about yesterday because you were telling me to take the to get the 3.5 points. I told you, well, I will give you the uncensored version because I was being nice on your on your Discord. I did say basically, fuck the 3.5 points. I'm taking the money line. Whoa, 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 whoa. Breaking news, breaking news.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
What? Go ahead, Phillies.
I'm not going to answer her latest text from me.
Okay.
Because she found that I'm streaming.
Okay.
And Tito's here now. I mean, we're getting everybody in here now. Because we're just having fun here. We're just doing whatever. But we got Tito here, we got SJ here. I do see we do have a couple of viewers that are silent. I do welcome them in, even if they're in witness protection right now. And I will also bring up something else as well, because I think you saw this, Mike. And if you didn't, let me find it. I don't know where I saved it. And by the way, is there a more iconic photo ever than Joe Adele on Saturday night? As I look for this other thing here in a second. When he saved the third home run ball.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's Angels in the outfield shit.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
But I am looking for this one other thing here. And I'm going to say it right now. I'm not happy about it. But, you know, it's archive. Let me find it. This is how bad the soccer is right now in Philadelphia. After they were the Supporter Shield winners last year. And my response to this was sad but true. So, well, surprising Angels have a great start. One, it's only a couple of games in. And two, you got a manager who only has a 1-year deal. So let me just mention this here because this is the state of football or soccer in Philadelphia right now. It is so bad that, you know, Charlotte's mocking us, and rightfully so. I'm not going to, you know, I'm like I said, you know, sad but true. Are you a football club, meaning soccer? Yes. Do you play in America? Yes. Have you earned a single point in 2026? Yes. Well, let me hide this message because Philadelphia Union, I prefer not to speak.
Wow.
Even these European and God knows wherever else in the world they are, they've all gotten at least 1 point.
Wow.
The Philadelphia Union?
Wow. That's disgusting.
0.0. Their only win was against a team from, I think, Trinidad and Tobago in the CONCACAF Cup. Okay, and just for confirmation, it's mostly teams in England. But, you know, I made my point.
Yeah, you did.
So, and now she's going too far. Yankees going to the World Series.
SJ, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Put it in reverse. Come on, bring it back.
But, you know, but I did have that. Yeah, it doesn't come up. Ha ha ha. So, but we do have, you know, I'm trying to get people to join here. So Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Also eligible 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You can follow me here, twitch.tv/JoeQuills. You know, make sure you hit that notification because I know SJ doesn't because she had to question me, am I streaming?
Wow.
It's Monday night. Yeah, I'm running long. Mike's wife is going to be thinking that he went down to Magic City in Atlanta where Angel Reese is going to be working next year. And by the way, just to let you know, SJ, I am only saying that because she got traded to Atlanta and that was the first thing that came to mind. It has nothing to do with her as a basketball player or whatever. Great player. And Pork Chop, one of the two that were sitting there. You know, He's here. Welcome in. I saw you watching, but I figure you're just watching for whatever. But seriously, Angel Reese attractive, bit of an attitude here and there, but and Tito saw some teams that were in the Premier League. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you only got 20 some logos here on the MLS side. You got all these teams on this side, which are mostly in the UK. So, yeah. And I do appreciate that,
Oh,
lurking, whatever, because I can tell you one thing. I lurk like a motherfucker when I'm watching Out of the Park baseball when people are streaming that, because guess what? They're doing everything, and they're playing and all that, and it's the person I was hoping would be on tonight is not on. The fuck. So, but preemptive congratulations on your wooden spoon. I think there's something there about being the worst team in the league that I don't know of, but I think that's something to do with being the worst team in the league.
oh wow.
Hey, nobody goes first to worst in any league better than the city of Philadelphia.
Here we go.
But did they actually win the wooden spoon, or is this like the golden raspberries the night before the Oscars, where you win the award but you don't actually show up to get it? Oh, duh, quote unquote wins the wooden spoon. So it's like the Razzies.
Yeah.
But so what I'm going to do is, since we have the people here, and since I am going to be streaming Out of the Park baseball in a couple of weeks, well, within the next week or two. And by the way, Mike,
Yeah.
6-4.
Whoa. Phillies.
So I'm going to shock the shit out of Lone Star SW.
Mhm.
He is playing Out of the Park baseball right now. He's not an affiliate on. He's not on the. Thank you, Tito. Glad that you stopped by here. So we're going to go over to Lone Star. He is playing Out of the Park baseball right now. So you get to see some of the interface on that. So and he says, "Nice to see you. Thank you so much."
All right, I'll do.
So we're gonna, those that are on Twitch, we're gonna raid Lone Star. He's playing Out of the Park baseball. He's in, even though his name's Lone Star, he's in Arizona. I don't know what the name is, what the reference is, but nor do I care. But we're gonna raid him tonight, and just shock the shit out of him. And well, you'll get to see the interface, because that's something you're going to see on my streams probably Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday within the next couple of weeks. So, but Space Plus Man. Okay, so SJ will be on more, so that means we're screwed. Nah, but seriously, we're gonna raid Lone Star. So, and I am gonna have to change. No, I don't have to change that. Yeah, I'm gonna have some more commands in the next couple of weeks. I gotta get through the big announcement on Thursday. So Thursday night's the big show. Tomorrow's a boring show. But either way, Lone Star's next. He's going to be doing things with Out of the Park baseball here. That's something I'm going to be probably doing in the next week or two. So have a great night, everybody. See you in the winner circle, and Lone Star is next. Good night, everybody.